Hi and welcome. So today I want to talk about what it means to be a buyer in a buyer's market. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Claire O'Connell. I'm the founder of the Flipping School, as well as other renovation courses and the beating heart behind Reno Way of Life. And it's really important whether you're buying a house to flip or just to live in yourself, to know what kind of market you're in so you can identify how you react to the market needs. So being in a buyer's market is actually a nice place to be when you're buying a house. So it's all about supply and demand. So the supply is high and the demand is low. So what that means is that if you're one of these buyers, then there's less of you. You're not necessarily competing against other buyers on every single house that you go to view. So how does that translate in real terms? So it usually means that houses are on the market for a little bit longer. So you get the opportunity to really think things through. You have time to decide if it's the right house to make an offer. You can look at more houses to determine, which property is right for you. And then you also have more time as far as then making that offer. So what it usually means too is the seller, it's in the seller's interest to negotiate with you to attract you to purchase their house. Now, it all comes down to the seller's motivation on how negotiable they'll be. But usually a buyer's market means that a seller will generally negotiate more on the price point because other houses aren't necessarily selling like hotcakes or going above market value. And usually it means that they sit on the market for a little bit longer, which I mentioned. So when you go in with your offer, you can be a little bit more aggressive in what you're asking for. So as far as, contingencies, settlement dates, all of those sorts of things that you might want to put in an offer, you can basically put everything on the table that you want out of this house, and then the seller can decide if they're prepared to come to the table and negotiate on those terms. Because if there's no one else looking, you're not competing with anyone, it's in the seller's best interest to negotiate with whatever offer is on the table. So it's a little bit, it gives you a little bit of breathing space. It allows you to be a little bit more choiceful, and it also allows you to really negotiate on your own behalf. Whereas you don't necessarily have some of those options in a seller's market.